Hello everyone. So today we'll start from page number 26. The book name is The Compound The Compound Effect. Okay. So today we'll start from 26. Let's go. Nobody is here. It's okay. We'll still read it, expecting as like YouTube is a person and that person is listening to me and my reading is going to complete another day of reading. So today day 7 and congratulations to me for doing it consistently, and thank you to all of you for all the views and comments. I'm so grateful. Let's go. You arrived late because the printer was busy. Okay, so let me give you a glimpse about what we were studying yesterday. It's about taking responsibility. When it comes to everything, take 100% responsibility, and it's not in maybe in relationship, in even relationship, it's not 80 or 20, 50, 50, nothing like this. It's 100% your responsibility. Okay, so let me read this para of from 25 page number. It will be better. I know you think you take responsibility for your life. I've yet to ask anybody who doesn't say, of course I take responsibility for my life. But then you look at how most people operate in the world. There is a lot of finger pointing, victimhood, blaming, and expecting someone else or the government to solve their problems. If you've ever blamed traffic for being late or decided you were in a bad mood because of something your kid, spouse, or co worker did, you are not taking 100% responsibility. You are not taking 100% personal responsibility. Now, page number 26. You arrived late because the printer was busy. Maybe you arrived late because the printer was busy. Maybe you shouldn't have waited until the last minute. Co-worker messed up the presentation. Shouldn't you have double-checked it yourself before delivering it? Not getting along with your unreasonable team. There are countless fantastic books and classes to help you learn how to deal. There are countless fantastic books and classes to help you learn how to deal. You alone are responsible for what you do or don't do, or how you respond to what's done to you. This empowering mindset revolutionized my life. Luck, circumstances, or the right situation wasn't what mattered. If it was to be, it was up to me. I was free to fly. No matter who was elected president, how badly the economy tanked, or what anybody said, did, or didn't do, I was still 100% in control of me. I was still 100% control. I was a I was still 100% in control of me. By choosing to be officially liberated from past, present, and future victimhood, I'd hit the jackpot. I had the unlimited power to control my destiny. Getting lucky. Another heading, okay? Getting lucky. Maybe you believe you are simply unlucky, but really, that's just another excuse. The only difference between becoming fabulously rich happy, and healthy versus ending up broke, depressed, and unhealthy are the choices you make. Nothing else will make the difference. Here's the thing about luck, we are all lucky. And if you are on the right side of the dirt, have your health and a little food in your cupboard, you are incredibly, incredibly, incredibly lucky. Everyone has the opportunity to be lucky because beyond having the basic of health and sustenance, luck simply comes down to a series of choices. When I asked Richard Branson if he felt luck played a part in his success, he answered yes. Of course, we are all lucky. Page number 27. If you live in a free society, you are lucky. Luck surrounds us every day. We are constantly having lucky things happen to us, whether you recognize it or not. I have not been any more lucky or unlucky than anyone else. The difference is when luck came my way, I took advantage of it. Spoken like a man knighted with wisdom. While we are on the topic, it's my belief that the old adage we often hear, luck is when, quoted, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Isn't enough. I believe there are two other critical components to luck. The complete formula for getting lucky. It's an heading. Preparation, which means personal growth. Preparation, personal growth in the bracket, attitude, belief slash mindset in the bracket, opportunity, a good thing coming your way in the bracket, action in the bracket, doing something about it, equal to luck. So the complete formula for getting lucky is preparation, attitude, opportunity, preparation plus attitude plus opportunity plus action equal to luck. So in preparation, it's an heading and explanation. Preparation, by consistently improving and preparing yourself, your skills, knowledge, expertise, relationships, and resources, you have the wherewithal to take advantage of great opportunities when they arise, when luck strikes. Then you can be like Beyonce, who famously said, quoted, I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. Next heading, attitude. This is where luck evades most people and where Sir Richard is spot on with his belief that luck is all around us. It's simply a matter of seeing situations, conversations, and circumstances as fortuitous. You cannot see what you don't look for, and you cannot look what you don't believe in. Wow, it's nice, yeah. It's something nice. Let me read it again. Attitude. This is where luck evades most people and where Sir Richard is spot on with his belief that luck is all around us. It's simply a matter of seeing situations, conversations, and circumstances as fortuitous. You cannot see what you don't look for, and you cannot look for what you don't believe in. Okay, so I have to just say something on this. if see, all these are related. You cannot see what you don't believe, right? Or what you don't do. If you believe that I am very lucky, I am very grateful for everything, and then you are focusing on the positive aspects of your life, then you will only attract those positive thing, and you will look for the positive things. And if you always stay busy complaining about the bad things of your life and why all the bad things happens to you, like all the negative aspects, if you keep thinking all these again and again, then you are eventually will start to believe that everything negative happens to you, and you will start looking for all the negative aspects in your environment. You will start doubting people that okay, this person is maybe hurting me, like things like this. Next, opportunity. It's possible to make your own luck, but the luck I'm talking about here isn't planned for, or it comes faster or differently than expected. It's possible to make your own but luck, but the luck I'm talking about here isn't planned for, or it comes faster or differently than expected. In this stage of the formula, luck isn't forced, it's natural occurrence, and it often shows up seemingly of its own accord. Next point, action. This is where you come in. However, this luck was delivered to you from the universe, God, the lucky charms, leprechaun, or whomever or whatever you associate delivering your good fortune. It's now your job to act on it. This is what separates the Richard Bransons from the Joseph Wellingtons. Joseph, ooh, Joseph, ooh, exactly. You've never heard of him. That's because he failed to take action on all the lucky things that happened to him. So, no more winning. So, no more whining about the cards you were dealt, the great defeats you suffered, or any other circumstances. Countless people have disadvantages and greater obstacles than you, and yet they are wealthier and more fulfilled. Luck is an equal opportunity distributor. Lady Luck shines on all, but rather than having your umbrella overhead, you've got to have your face to the sky. When it comes down to it, it's all you. It's all you, baby. There's no other way around. Next point. Okay, so no more let's read this again. So no more whining about the cards you were dealt, the greatest defeat you suffer, or the other circumstances. Countless people have disadvantages and greater obstacles than you, and yet they are wealthier and more fulfilled. Luck is an equal opportunity distributor. So from this we can learn that, like I've seen this already from Jim Rohn's lecture seminar. It says that we everyone have our part, which means we everyone are equally get negative experiences in our lives. Everyone in this world face negative circumstances, yet some people do so well even after facing negative circumstances, because they did not victimize themselves that I only bad things happens to me. They don't focus on these things, and they work for themselves. They keep improving themselves and become a better person, develop their skills, and then eventually they get lucky, what we call lucky. So the next point, we already come on almost completed page number 28, and the heading is the high price of tuition at UHK, University of Hard Knocks. In the early 2000s, I was asked to partner on a new startup venture. I invested a I invested a considerable sum of money into the deal and worked tirelessly on it for nearly 2 years before finding out that my partner has had mismanaged and squandered all the cash. I lost then three lakh 330,000 dollars. I didn't try to sue him. In fact, I lent him more money later for a personal situation. The bottom, page number 29. The bottom line was the loss was my fault. I had agreed to be his partner without doing enough due diligence on his background and personal character. During our time in business, I wasn't inspecting what I was expecting. I could justify it by saying I trusted him, but the truth was I was guilty of being lazy by not watching the finances more diligently. Not only had I made the choice to start the relationship and business, but I'd also made many choices to ignore the obvious red flags and warning signs because I choose to not be completely responsible for the business. In the end, I was responsible for the results. When I learned of the wrongdoings, I chose not to lose any more time fighting it. I choose not to lose any more time fighting it. Instead, I licked my wounds, learned my lesson, and moved on. In hindsight, I'd make the same choices to pick up and move on again today. Now, I now challenge you to do the same. No matter what has happened to you, take complete responsibility for it. Good or bad, victory or defeat, own it. My mentor Jim Rohn said, the day you graduate from childhood to adulthood is the day you take full responsibility of your life. Oh my god! See, his mentor is also Jim Rohn. That's why I was, whenever I was reading from the start, it reminds me of Jim Rohn. I'm so happy that I bought this book. Whenever I have a personal relationship with Jim Rohn, that 2 hour seminar literally shifted my mindset. I recommend this seminar to every single person. It's so good. Okay, so the author is also, the author's mentor was also Jim Rohn. So it's a great thing. Yeah. So his mentor Jim Rohn said, the day you graduate from childhood to adulthood is the day you take full responsibility for your life. Today is graduation day. From this day forward, choose to be 100% responsible for your life. Eliminate all of your excuses. Embrace the fact that you are freed by your choices as long as you assume personal responsibility for them. It's time to make the choice to take control. Next heading, your secret weapon, your scorecard. I'm about to walk you through one of the single greatest strategies I've ever used in my personal development. This strategy helps me take control of the choices I make throughout the day, causing everything else to fall into place and leading page number 30, leading to behaviors and actions that shepherd my habits into line like dutiful, loyal minions. 3,000 equal to $90. I don't have time for this. I am not a maths teacher. Please calculate it or ask Google. is not the right place, sir. Okay, right this moment, pick an area of your life where you most want to be successful. Do you want more money in the bank, a trimmer waistline, the strength to complete in an Ironman event, a better relationship with your spouse or kids? Picture where you are in that area right now. Now picture where you want to be, richer, thinner, happier, you name it. The first step toward change is awareness. If you want to get from where you are to where you want to be, you have to start. Oh. You have to start by becoming aware of the choices that lead you away from your desired destination. Become very conscious of every choice you make today, so you can begin to make smarter choices moving forward. To help you become aware of your choices, I want you to track every action that relates to the area of your life you want to improve. If you've decided you want to get out of debt, you are going to track every penny you pull from your pocket. If you've decided you want to lose weight, you are going to track everything you put into your mouth. If you've decided to train for an athlete event, you are going to track every step you take, every workout you do. Simply carry around a small notebook, something you will keep in your pocket or purse at all times, and a writing instrument. You are going to write it all down every day without fail. No excuses, no exceptions. As if Big Brother's watching you. As if my dad and I will come and make you do 100 push-ups every time you miss. Doesn't sound like much. I know, writing things down on a little piece of paper, but tracking my progress and missteps is the one of the reasons I've accumulated the success I have. The process forces you to be conscious of your decisions, but as Jim Rohn would say, again Jim Rohn, but as But as Jim Rohn would say, what's simple to do is also simple not to do. The magic is not to no the magic is not in the complexity of the task. The magic is in the doing of simple things repeatedly and long enough to ignite the miracle of the compound effect. So be aware of neglecting the simple things that make the bigger things in your life possible. The biggest difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not. Remember that saying, it will come in handy many times throughout life when faced with a difficult, tedious, or tough choice. Money trap. It's page number 31, okay? Money trap. I learned the power of tracking the hard way. It's a heading, money trap. I learned the power of tracking the hard way. After I'd acted like a colossal idiot with my finances. Back in my early 20s, I was making a lot of money selling real estate. I met with my accountant. You owe over 100,000 in taxes, he said. What? I said. What? I said. I don't have the kind of cash just lying around. Why not? He asked. You collected several times that. Certainly, you set aside the taxes that would be due on that money. Evidently, I didn't, I said. Where did the money go? He asked. I don't know, I said. A sobering confession for sure. The money had passed through my hands like water and hadn't been noticed. Then my accountant did me a great favor. Son, he said, looking me dead in the eyes. You've got page number 32. You've got to get a grip. I've I've seen this 100 times before. You are spending money like a drunken fool and you don't even know how to account for it. That's stupid. Stop it. You are now seriously in the hole. You have to earn more money that you'll owe additional taxes on just to pay for your back taxes. Continue this and you will dig your financial grave with your own wallet. I immediately got the message. Here's what my accountant had me do: carry a small notepad in my back pocket and write down every single cent and wait and where was it? And write down every single cent I spent for 30 days. Whether it was $1,000 for a new suit or a 50 cents for air to fill up my tires, it all had to go down on the notepad. Wow. This brought an instantaneous awareness of the many unconscious choices I was making that resulted in money pouring out of my pockets. Because I had to log everything, I resisted buying some things just so I didn't have to take out the notepad and write it in the dang book. Keeping a money log for 30 days straight cemented a new awareness in me and created a completely new set of choices and disciplines surrounding spending. And since awareness and positive behaviors compound, I found myself being more proactive with money in general, putting away more for retirement, finding areas to save where there was clear waste, and enjoying the fun content of money, play money. All the more, when I did consider shelling out for entertainment, I did so only after a long pause. This tracking exercise changed my awareness of how I related to my money. It worked so well, in fact, that I have used it so many times to change other behaviors. Tracking is my go to 33 page number go to transformation model for everything that ails me. Over the years, I've tracked what I eat and drink, how much I exercise, how much time I spend improving a skill, my number of sales calls, even the improvement of my relationships with family, friends, or my spouse. The results have been no less profound than my money tracking wake up call. In buying this book, you are basically paying me for my opinion, my guidance. This is where I'm going to become a hard ass and insist you to track your behaviors for at least one whole week. This book isn't designed to entertain you. It is designed to help you get results. To get results, you have to take some action. You may have heard about trekking before. In fact, you've probably done your own version of this exercise. But I also bet you weren't doing it now. Right? How do I know? Because your life isn't working as successfully as you'd like. you've gotten derailed. Tracking is the way to get it back on track. Do you know how the casinos make so much money in Vegas? Because they track every table, every winner, every hour. Why do Olympic trainers get paid top dollar? Because they track every workout, every calorie, and every micronutrient for their athletes. All winners are trackers. Right now, I want you to track your life with the same intention to bring your goals within sight. Tracking is a simple exercise. It works because it brings moment to moment awareness to the actions you take in the area of your life you want to improve. You will be surprised at what you will observe about your behavior. You cannot manage or improve something until you measure it. Likewise, you can't make the most of who you are, your talents, and page number 34, talent and resources and capabilities until you are aware of and accountable for your actions. Every professional athlete and his or her coach track each performance down to the smallest minutiae. What is it? In their minutiae. Pitchers know their stats. Pitchers know their stats on every pitch in their repertoire. Golfers have even more metrics on their swings. Professional athletes know how to adjust their performances based on what they have tracked. They pay attention to what they record and make changes accordingly because they know when their stats improve, they win more games and earn more in endorsement deals. At any given moment, I want you to know exactly how well you're doing. I am asking you to track yourself as if you are a valuable commodity because you are. Listen to this again. I'm asking you to track yourself as if you are a valuable commodity because you are. Want that idiot proof system we talked about earlier? This is it. So, regardless of whether you think you are aware of your habits or not, believe me, you are not. I am asking you to start tracking. Doing so will revolutionize your life and ultimately your lifestyle. Next heading, keep it slow. Keep it slow and easy. Don't panic, you are starting off with an easy breezy tempo. Just track one habit for 1 week. Just track one habit for 1 week. Pick the habit that you has the greatest control over you. That's where you will start. Once you begin reaping the two rewards of the compound effect, you will naturally want to introduce this practice into other areas of your life. In other words, you will choose the track. Let's say the category you choose is getting your eating under control because you want to lose weight. Your task is to write down everything you put in your mouth, from the steak, potatoes, and salad you have at dinner to those many, page number 35, many tiny choices during the day. That handful of pretzels in the break room, that second slice of cheese on your sandwich, that fun sized candy bar, that sample as Costco, those extra sips of wine after the host stops of that extra sips of wine after the host tops of your glass. Don't forget don't forget the beverages. They all add up, but unless tracked, they're easy to dismiss or forgot because they seem all small. Again, merely writing these things down sounds simple, and it is, but only when you do it. That's why I'm asking that you commit to choosing a category and start date. Now, before you turn this page, so there is a line. I am going to start tracking dash on dash date. See, guys, you can do the same if you want to change any habit. You can just start tracking that habit. For example, if you, like this book said, if you want to become healthy, if you want to lose weight, then start tracking the things that you consume every single day, all the sweets and everything. If you want to stop spending your money, then you should start tracking that, start writing that down on a notebook or a copy, or on your, even on your phone. It will help you to realize that what you are missing out on and what you are like doing too much instead of just skipping it. So next, I'm going to start tracking dash habit on dash date month year. Okay, what will the tracking look like? It will be thorough, as in organized, and relentless, as in constant. Each day you will start with the date at the top of a fresh page and start keeping track. What happens after the first week of tracking? You will you will probably be in shock. You will be astonished at how those calories, pennies, or monies have been escaping you. You never even knew that they were there, let alone that they'd vanished. Now, keep going. You are going to track in this one area for 3 weeks. Maybe you're already groaning. You don't want to do it, but trust me, you will be so blown away by the results. After 1 week, you will sign yourself up for another two. I can practically guarantee it. Why 3 weeks? Why 3 weeks? You've heard psychologists say that something doesn't become a habit until you practice it for 3 weeks. It's not an exact science, but it's a good benchmark and it has worked for me. So, ideally, I want you to stick with. So, guys, page number 35 is over. From tomorrow, 10 pages are done. From tomorrow, I'll start from page number 36, and from tomorrow I'll start from 8 because 9:30 is quite late for me because I sleep early and I have to do my gratitude practice and journaling before sleeping. So yeah, and let me tell you my personal experience. Actually, tracking progress works. I don't track exactly, but I do journaling. So whenever I journal, I can realize what's happening in my life and what I am doing, what I did today. Am I productive or not? Am I happy or not? What's bothering me and all. So yeah, that's it for today. We are done with 10 pages, and thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.